Hi guys, I know a lot of you are extremely concerned about all the germs and all the viruses that are in the air, and as parents we're like constantly sneaking hand sanitizers into our kids' bags and making sure that they're constantly using that. But I just learned something and I thought it was really important to share. One is when you pick a hand sanitizer, make sure that it has more than 60% alcohol. That's the only one that is actually going to kill the germs, right? So that is very, very important. Just picking up anything that smells good, feels good is not going to do the job of killing germs or avoiding germs, like I would rightly say. So make sure that you pick something that has more than 60%. Second thing which I learned is that your kids are so excited to constantly keep using the sanitizer. We've drilled it into them. They're carrying it everywhere, and we're extremely paranoid and all that. But the key is that you actually take the sanitizer, you put it on your palm, okay, and then you need to not make sure that they rub it. It needs to stay on your palms for 20 seconds. And make sure that they don't do this, like rub it off against their clothes or wipe it against a towel or any of that. Because if it's not stuck to your hands for 20 seconds, then it's not going to do its job, which is avoiding germs as far as possible. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is we've traditionally always been taught that we need to cough like this. Or like take a tissue or take a napkin and then we hold on to that napkin. The key is do the elbow cough or the elbow sneeze, right? Which is or sneeze like this, right? Because this way you're not passing on the germs on your hand to your eyes, your nose or your mouth, which all have the mucous membranes beneath, which is very important, which is exactly where the golden cough passes down, right? So kids are not supposed to touch their eyes, nose and mouth. That's exactly where they can get infections very, very easily, likewise in adults. So make sure that you're doing the elbow cough and the elbow sneeze. Tip number 4 is make sure that the kids are washing their hands. That's the only one that's going to constantly do the trick. So 20 seconds is the rule. They need to constantly wash their nails, wash in between their fingers. That is very, very important. And 20 seconds and wash it thoroughly. Like the rinse has to be thorough and the wash has to be thorough. Tip number 5 is make sure that you always, when you sneeze or cough, whatever tissue that you're using, you chuck it off immediately. If that tissue is going to rest somewhere, it's going to do a larger harm to people around us. And it's not only in case of a flu or a cold or a cough, but even like a bug or vomiting, a vomit bug, any of that, make sure that you dispose that off right away. And tip number 6 is something that I've discovered, which is this disinfectant spray that I've found, because a lot of the viruses stay on the surface of tables, chairs, clothes, bags, and all of that. The disinfectant spray, which is now really hard to get in the market because obviously everybody's been holding on to it, helps kill 99% bacteria that are on surfaces. I don't know how effective this one is, but I've just about started trying because of all the scares. But this could be a great way, because if the bacteria and the virus are going to stay on surfaces, then this one should definitely work. So I'm sure that this is going to really help all of you guys. The last one that I'm going to add in is make sure that you also understand what's the infection policy in school. Like how are they disinfecting the school or the classes that your kids are actually going to. So make sure you understand that. And the other big concern is that when do you know to keep your kids back at school, back from school and back at home. So that's another big one. If it's a constant runny nose through like say winter season or season change, we understand that it's normal flu, and parents understand that and schools understand that. But when you know it's a bug that's affecting a lot of kids, maybe it's the best time to keep your kids back at home. And I hope this video has been as useful to you as it was for me, because I learned all this along the way and it's tremendously helped keeping my family as healthy as possible. Also, we've done a whole bunch of immunity boosting food, so make sure you check out that video, because I'm sure it's really going to help all of you guys, because the one thing that we need to do right now is just keep the immunity of the family to its healthiest. So let's make sure that we all do that.